Abusia Anne Sophie Ave, woman we saying, former French ambassador to Ghana. She's a back Ghana, and at some point, anywhere you look, we say she was there. Me who now the number, it doesn't matter who you were. If you are in the media space in Ghana, if we are even baby dedication, our friend, no beba. Me who I'm saying, nah, this woman is not just doing this because of the goodness in her heart. I had my reservations, but you know, Ghana for Oka here, they will never believe it. Me when the video be a trendy online and basically.
Right, I wish I'm Mama Kwame Bediako TV. I am some for dear Sampani. One said there be an near Cambro for Nasama. I am not obi and tiasie. Say on my eye, Timu. Abribiano, ye to me as so sound of 4 ways so. Oba on my muharma, on my jihar bosso. O can once a man maybe obi fee said, dear, bitterness be an answer. There be let the bygone be bygone. But bygone so na ye can so na. Enema would be ye ma omukwan. Emma omunya chance a fire no mu. Esisa ye japade ahodo de koye no. Still, ye shia bibi emfam free mu. Ye da so ama omo saa akonya no emma omunya kwan ebesisa. Ye niema ne ye kan say ye japade ahodo nyina edeko. Na sisi ano yakwa to the stand they say ya nkasa ya identity kura no ya toagu na ye fa omo identity nti yen yenuane kura no ye mpe sisi anu udi ya aduane kura na ye hu se bia na chese wode no menkan se ohia na account ana se ye kan se kura no wani mmie ye nti ene ye maya no bebre na okoka media na fufuo de mempe ye pesie de mempe na media de me pizza na midi fried rice we mu nyina no enye ye nuane o and nuane we na wo fi se bia wudi na ama wanya hoden ana se elu eno na kire se wani abie no we nyina no yare obi a obekwa akoto no odi banche apesie na kontomre esi ho no watwi ho kokko aguso saa nipa no check na ahoden ekuta no wo na wudi pizza ene wo saa ne manema no enye wutipan eno no abrofo ba ha no ma the way esi entertain omo na yetwa ya nkasa ye nua brax e de abo no omo no ba na omo ba no omo ma purposely for wo dache anase wuyiye mu ono no eba with agenda wisha no na merikuta life bia se me no nama me try say meye bibia ese fata eden e de ama then adwuma so me so meyem so so di akira then ebe hye woden ama watumi aye adwuma ni ya na nkofo ka se mekuta emrofo adwen ni bia na so ma agenda ni bi ba na menti ase we mu ne ba hanom na omo be try say omo be ko extra miles say ne be ya obey open to them to the stand say ubi bia anke eni say o disclosing privately no ono kwa de ye den ya obebie e de amano asama American na efa former French ambassador oba Ghana and according to reports no na on the celebrities ne a whole lot ye media so no nam eso bebre magrahab e de inchirembi e de ba e de fa na ho mepesa me no yina ye bekwa akọwe hwe Burkina Faso Ibrahim Tora ebe fa Burkina konwa no eduru abi a then because ope ne maye ene wo hu sa nkofo wem te se ne American ya they will find ways and means to get some information no matter me issue that information no e de a blackmail you and answer wo policies no on betumi a shouting it down no ohun sa no eduru me bia no a breaking omo network say na ebe ya they will not get access to omo information e basa nso na the only thing omo to me a broadcasting form ho no e negative stuff hwe se obaye hwe nema a wo ye no Burkina tractors na odeba omanim because mainly almost source of income mainly farming into the way ba not the way ba all this money na ba no omo nka ho asemo but omo ankasa Boko Haram omo do omo ba omanim almost say chrono oko hanuma na brashery ni ade no na omo equate enu ni to say because say oil soldier government waba no eno na wo de hanin mindful the same way na omo de ye ya ekoche Gaddafi omo kun no na ni na ye ye ma omo kwan no nti enen mom ye na ye try say the positive stuffs ewo oman ni mo no ye be broadcast ama omo hu say yes Africa ya kasa so ye tu ye hompon na yenja say da bia no the negative stuff na niamahunu ensem fata ade ekoso eye o say ye ka ho asam no ye nka na ye try say da bia no ye be blackmail te say ne Nana Kwame Bediako omukọ kan say ono no so obeto Ghana ye ko omuno na ye western media and those western media no so no omu work through ya nkasa brags ya that is da bia no ye portrait ye ho brags ana say ye gu ye ho anima ase e de kire omu okọ Al Jazeera da bia no omu ka nkofo ho ensem the negative stuff ni ade but omu hodom no baby omu ankasa no omu network ni wona ankasa no awudie ni ade ekoso no gise obi ote hodom na betumi aka kire but eno de omu mfa bi anye de enfa ma media no so mesro ene de dikan we shi odi Asempa TV obe subscribe to channel no obe share no like it we invite afoforo now so wa kire wa adwen e wo comment section no ase yenko ne yenko he Maghreb explanation odema sa westnet for no and I say former France ambassador for Ghana ono ankasa na numtuo asam all kan no na ye ba ne aka ne asan e dia to us
Abusia and Sophia Ve, woman we saying, former French ambassador to Ghana. She's a bad Ghana, and at some point, anywhere you look, we say she was there. Me who now know the number, it doesn't matter who you were. If you are in the media space in Ghana, you've been baby dedication, our friend, no beba. Me who I'm saying, nah, this woman is not just doing this because of the goodness in her heart. I had my reservations, but Ghana for come here, they will never believe it. Me when the video be a trendy online and basically in your patch and say, where you to Ghana for?
Et je pense que c'est ce que j'ai eu la chance de pouvoir, sur à quoi j'ai pu parvenir au Ghana, c'est que aujourd'hui, lorsque quelqu'un sur mes réseaux, dans le fil ou dans le fil de blogueurs qui évoquent les actions de la France, va dire quelque chose de négatif. On dit oui, mais on sait bien que la France, dans les pays francophones, etc. Je n'ai même plus besoin d'intervenir. Ce sont les abonnés qui, pendant plusieurs années, m'ont vu fonctionner, vont dire, mais enfin, tu vois bien que ça tient pas la route.
Now let me break this down. She was talking about say, right now, we're building a network in a way, say, if any negative story is being portrayed online about France, the bloggers, the entertainment people within her space, will fight for her, will do her battles for her and defend France.
Et vont eux-mêmes répondre, et vont eux-mêmes, avec leurs propres mots, parfois dans leur propre langue, répondre en disant mais qu'est-ce que tu dis comme bêtise, tu te laisses manipuler, etc. Et j'ai même plus besoin de répondre.
And tell the people making those negative statements, say, he or she doesn't know what he or she is talking about. You hear I'm saying okay.
Et ça, c'est vraiment, à partir du moment où vous avez donné ce narratif qui est positif, que vous faites douter, vous allez créer une dissonance cognitive où les gens vont se dire, je veux bien qu'on dise que la France, c'est des méchants.
Now the video was in French. Another lady did the video and now explaining exactly what she said and what she meant by what she said. And then the video, she speaks French and then she explained it.
The woman you saw in that video is Aunt Sophie. And she was the French ambassador to Ghana from 2019 until 2021. She is explaining how she strategized and suppressed the truth about what France is actually doing in different African countries.
You see, so when it comes to France, they're in a whole lot of, baby, Niger, majority of them, France, Nimhubi. A whole lot more. So we're building the network in Ghana, and she stated Ghana as a test case. Say within her circle, so be Tokrana say Oba be attacking her. People will defend her within her circles. God Almighty. God Almighty.
Et je pense que c'est ce que j'ai eu la chance de pouvoir, ce à quoi j'ai pu parvenir au Ghana.
And what she's talking about, it's not like say, you know, it's not real. And I say, we've seen it. She was everywhere. Or Kwano was Siamba. That was it. That was an angle. Majority of them, especially diplomats, ambassadors, are more country first. They don't just give out free stuff just like that. They don't just grace your occasions or, you know, whatever. No, my banner, Debbie. Always they have an agenda. If they are more interested in idea we are now a person of that person's caliber no shouldn't have come and I say what then obviously that person is building something or that person is getting something extra than and you see the thing is she didn't just mingle with anybody. She mingled with people in the entertainment space. Only face or more numbers or more followers, whatever they say, or if something is going on and then they come and defend her, people will trust them. And not just one person. I can name drop a whole lot of them. And for this, you know, she didn't just find one entertainer and as a blogger and as a, you know, journalist and as a to at least bring in her circles and in case of anything beyond that person would defend them. No. All the top big names in entertainment were Ghana. At some point, she had them. So, it doesn't matter what the negative story is about. If people within her circle see it, they are going to defend the daylight out of her.
Aujourd'hui, lorsque quelqu'un sur mes réseaux, dans le fil ou dans le fil de blogueurs qui évoquent les actions de la France, va dire quelque chose de négatif, on dit oui, mais on sait bien que la France, dans les pays francophones, etc. Je n'ai même plus besoin d'intervenir. Ce sont les abonnés qui, pendant plusieurs années, m'ont vu fonctionner, vont dire, mais enfin, tu vois bien que ça tient pas la route. Et vont eux-mêmes répondre.
But a whole lot of countries do it. There are stories at time in Nigeria, Boko Haram, no muntimen touch you, because na Boko Haram, at least based on some of the articles I'm reading online. No more some kind of village, be a man for no more. No more, you're loyal to the call to Boko Haram. So if you want to get them, you have to at least get one of the villages and convince, send your beya, at least they will, you know, do things a bit me some troops be akwa so that kind of warfare in the bush cost over baby. But on the na openly what can was like shut this and I'm no. This woman is not even trying to hide it too.
So she says when she was in Ghana, she built a community around her. She kind of built a community of trust with the people. And it is true, between 2020 and 2021, I had just joined TikTok and I saw a lot of videos of this woman. She was always surrounded by entertainers in Ghana, so actors and actresses, musicians and bloggers. She was always surrounded by these people. She was either attending their event or she had organized something. And it was always food and dancing and, I mean, yeah, this was what she was doing. It was a strategy. She says she built a community around her and an online following. And so what happens is anytime someone tries to talk about what France is doing in other African countries, what she perceives as negative, she doesn't need to respond because the Ghanaian bloggers and her Ghanaian followers will go on the attack. So they will create doubts in the minds of people. This is their strategy.
Well, you see Ghana as a test case and it was super successful. She was the ambassador. O team catchers any pasumasi manifesta. Majority of people are Ghana person flex, one person choose two coin makwa. And then if you are getting a French visa, you are not just going to France, you are going to all the countries within the Schengen. And even one lady on TikTok explaining even further, she named the reasons.
When someone is trying to share information and the truth about what France is doing in countries like Niger and Burkina Faso and others, she says they create doubts in the minds of people.
Yeah, no. Now I'm not saying that the woman is, you know, a devil and as a no. A kind of tit for tat. But on the tatina wonyano is way much more than the title the man. Now as a normal person be out to Ghana, or person call Europe, what I say. So if say Mama Ma officer without asking for anything, she did those things asking for nothing in return. Yeah, Morofu diplomats, they don't work like that. Onim said the be no. Asem bibe to me arise. A banner so catch us say, okay, say my officer some time ago. Your video natural man for and say there was sad story, any story, and you seen it and it is seen. You have no other option than to comply because she helped you out when you needed the help most. What I say, Abra won't seek you for anything in return.
People, we have to be vigilant. We are sharing information. We are trying to liberate ourselves. But they are so smart. They understand how we work. They understand the game. And they always use our own people to suppress us. And this is exactly what happened in Ghana. And I am not the least surprised that they succeeded in Ghana. It is so easy, but it's so sad that we are trying to tell the truth about what is really happening. These are not lies. These are not lies. Let's take Niger, for example. France has got 56 nuclear reactors. People, follow me. 56 nuclear reactors. Yeah? France generates about 70% of its energy or electricity. Yeah? Its electricity from nuclear sources. They've got 56 reactors. France as a country. What powers their reactors is uranium. Where do they find or where do they get the uranium? From Niger. Meanwhile, Niger has not even got one nuclear power plant. France has got 56. It powers the whole of France. They power their country, so their country always has electricity 24/7. And they generate a lot for export. So France is actually one of the largest net exporters of electricity. They export to countries like the United Kingdom. They export to Italy. They export to Germany and other European countries. How much were they buying the uranium for? Cents. When the market price was around $200 or 200 euros. They were buying it for cents. And they were generating enough to power their country, but also generating and selling. They were exporting electricity to make money. And Niger didn't have electricity. Niger wasn't generating its own electricity. Niger had to rely on Nigeria for electricity, a country rich in uranium. Others are benefiting. How can you be so insensitive? At least build one nuclear power plant in that country. At least give them electricity. You are getting it for free. Just give them electricity. Build one and just give them electricity. But no, you are so insensitive. You are taking everything away. And you won't give them anything.
This is kind of a long game thing. Yeah. You see, I want the leaders to have these kind of strategies. Ghana, like, I know that Ghana, we don't get into a whole lot of trouble, the country as a whole. So we don't need this type of tactics to go around the world and then, convince people or change the minds of people. But still, Ogun said, that idea be necessary. At least, a bit me abuane mind. But yeah, mind burning for. Well, maybe they are doing something like that at some level. But, I'm not privy to it, so I can't at least go into that in depth.
And when the people decided to stand up for themselves, who did they use? Our own people, ECOWAS. ECOWAS, our own people. Nigeria decided to stop providing electricity to Niger. Our own people. There she is explaining her strategy, how she tackles news, negative news. This is what she perceives these things as negative news about France. And she's teaching other people, she's telling other people how to do it. It's always our own people.
This video I mean when last week you cry. Anytime you make my own video, be an refi, and then never is okay. Let's do it today. Say the way me rain say if France ambassador, that's why you not dogons. Former French ambassador to Ghana. Former France ambassador to Ghana. And even though no one can say a video or no one say what you to Ghana for saying be defending about anything negative piano. you will see people within the comment section defending her, making sure, letting you know that Semna Wakana is indeed 100% true.
Abusha, no, and I unia Magrahab, Eddie Inchrum Esefata Eddie Amawon. One, the same thing. And I won't say, last night, Nana Kwame Bediako Eka, UN, NSA, AU, any those, you can't say, union, Nankasam, useless. Useless to young Africa. In fact, will be anyone may find my because all the Nigeria, Boko Haram unity, Satan bisa say UN, any ECOWAS, ne AU, or not on more infant. The same thing for Burkina. And also Peja and Mua na Burkina for Omo Konkaya mana Kurono, Omu Ineja, and Mamma for Bako. Amado, Burkina ni anamene ne yeduma. Ibrahim told aye wakosha Burkina wonse hwadwo kra Ghana bakra ya ne den. Nanso Satan na Boko Haram fo no mu o de nani ko ball no se kimube wan na ntentem na no waba. Enso hwe oba ya na as individual person na ni krom my for Jane too mo no. Omo kom krom omo anije. Into this organization ni na no. Omo for me Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ideology no pese Africa be united no. And ankofo we say okay, ene yanso ye de ho fole mu a, ena still na be ma ye policies na ye den abam no mbe hye mu na agenda na etrimpom de yin na no. Enu nti na omo amunya beti atwa bia no na omo so no. Omo atwa omo ho afrim because before so mbe ye we mu na no, omo edike ye hu system na nkasa ne se na si operate. But here is the case. I know you know I'm be there. There be no more rely on some for we monty. Abusia, mesra say be away be man na o me masam na nko yie. O yo ba awo ho hawo e na eda wo so. Be ma watwetwe ho epen amowa ye mre. Unya de boss wa no wagie amu a. From my number na 0543304976. Stroke, diabetes, hepatitis B, asthma, yare ben e na how. Our Samson and Koya, me will drop you or your friend don't pick my call if you don't love me. Or the other answer of the phone number no glass or no one friend. On the July 1st, and so your quack adoye, Eddie amount and Mobruno for SS idea. On my Ghana, and Kaya resource one, ye did not credit, and Ankayecha amo be a Yabianka Yampajibusi and put Nankasanko for Nihina, a best one muscle. And he bet to me, I did to send a man on a one call for baby or utumi ekwaji aduane edi se wuni bia enso no abanisa nti atare sika ensa bibia obetumi ede asupport no fa me number no na free osodi asampa ne metumi ede abo ma oso de fort sele akɔhye mobrohunu for afono no enu ni o oyesa anso a odo how ede tu ye nim a ye kompenfo anim a ensa ne epeja ye de bi ede agu fom ede asere ama na also when you de enso anu yi makara
ano kwamo mianka na awodi nipa pina ekwate timu pao amani pampempema wale agu odia sampa spiritual and herbal center awo womo ya ade se wombe mu wanya basisi a yade bi tse stroke gonorrhea anabama waye mre e wampamu low sperm count womo wa no adro tatahwe ene je sam ne se sabane sunsumu nsema womo telete se ye sunsumu aware anasa yare bi ne yade amawo pampabone anabo ana wanya abai amane case we betu charge osisi a enam omadwuma panti ni pampempem ene be fo bokofie ekoye sunsumu nyuma edemom samosini ene enzimani ekabom dia sunsumu niama asie betu obi age wokunu anasa woyere awaresem adwuma sam akwantuom nsam ni nyina aya sumasem fabadan odia sampa spiritual and herbal center obehuyan of
New Koforidua ejoso ne konongo infinfin aye Ashanti region. Hold my number I didi jumano 054 330 4976 and I say 020 134 0421 054 330 4976 and I say 020 134 0421.
Odia Sampa Spiritual and Herbal Center. You be do us some amount.